Good morning. It is Friday, April 17th, and we're going to get started with some gentle flowing vinyasa in just a moment, especially once I fix the angle of my camera. Yes, that's better. All right, it is almost 8 o'clock. We'll get going very soon. Oh, hang on. EarPods. I think they help. I think they do. Just check. Maybe they're connected. Let's connect them to here. Great. Okay. All right. Here we go in the light. Got my blocks ready. You get my water. Got my water nearby. Morning's a great time to hydrate. Okay, so let's begin standing this morning or afternoon, evening, whatever time you happen to be watching this. Okay, so just let your leg bones settle down into your foot bones. You might even close your eyes here for a moment if that feels good. So just imagine trying to stand tall with ease. So what does that mean your knees are doing? And what does that mean your neck is doing? Okay. Clasp your hands, place them on top of your head. Good, and let your head lengthen up into your hands. Is that Sharon? Good morning, Sharon. Lovely to see your chat. All right. Lengthen the head up into the hands. And again, we're getting tall with ease. All right, let the arms come down, but see if you can keep imagining the top of your skull just lengthening up, easy and light. Okay, so I'm gonna go through some joint mobility exercises. And these are taken from and inspired by Z Health R-Phase, the joint mobility. All right, so let me show this from the front first. So step your right foot out in front. I'm going to be your mirror here. And this is a great time if you have a chair or you can stand near a wall. Okay, this is my wall, foam roller, or such thing, because balance isn't our focus right now. It's all about just getting that joint to move. So imagine that the pinky edge of your foot is glued to the floor and you're trying to peel it off. Okay? So you're just going to roll the outer edge of that foot and then let it come back flat. Okay, and you're trying to feel a little bit of stretch on the outside of your heel here from this nobbin that sticks out. down to where your foot contacts the floor. All right. So roll to that outer edge and back. So your weight's fully on your back foot, right? So that this ankle can be nice and free. Roll and flat. Let's do that 2 more times. Roll it out flat, and don't lose that easy leg through the spine. Roll it out and flat. Okay, let's switch the feet. Okay, you don't have to use a prop for balance, but again, balance isn't what we're trying to challenge here. It's not our focus. That mobility of the ankle joint is the focus. So again, we're imagining that the pinky edge of this foot that's in front is glued to the floor. And we are just we're trying to peel it away. Oh, but we can't. And we let it come back flat. And peel. And flat. Peel. And flat. Let's go 2 more times. Peel. And flat. And peel. And flat. Good. Okay. So, less likely you're gonna want to use something for balance as we move on now. Make sure my foam roller is not gonna fall on me. Good. Okay. So next, let's just show this from the side. Okay. All right. So you're gonna lift one heel. So you're really digging into the ball of the foot, and then press those toes down into the floor until that snaps your foot up. Right, and then lower it down, just toes, then all the way to flat. Let's do that 2 more times with the same foot, whichever one you started with. So heel, point the toes, ball of foot, down, heel, point, heel, or ball of foot, then heel. Okay, other side. I'm gonna put the side that I'm working towards you. So ball of foot. Try and really feel a stretch in the bottom of your foot whenever you're in this shape. So then the toes press so much into the floor that snaps your foot up. All right, and then toes, and then heel. Heel, toes, little toes, heel. One more time, heel, toes, toes, heel. Great. Okay. Let's bend the knees and just kind of move the hands in circles around the knees. Good, and circle that the other way. Okay, so knees are the focal point here. So that's what's really trying to move in a circle. Round. Good, and be in mind, notice if this is bothering your knees. And take that the other direction. So if this is bothering the knees, maybe you only do one side. Okay, the side that isn't painful. Maybe you keep the motion really small. Great. Okay, bring that back to center. Now we're going to take a little bend of the knees just to allow some more freedom of movement in our hips. Okay, so we're going to lift our right hip and down, left hip down. So it's like the crest of the pelvis here wants to touch our ribs. So you're feeling one side really shorten and then lengthen, shorten, lengthen, shorten, down and up and down. One more each side, lift and lower, lift and lower. Now we're going to take that motion front to back. I'm going to turn sideways to my computer here so you can see. So again, the bend of the knees, that's just because straight knees, it's a lot harder to move our hips than when we allow that bend. So little bend, still tall through the skull, and tuck the pelvis under and stretch it back. So it's kind of like cat-cow, but really focused on the hips. Under and back, under and back. Let's do that one more time. Under and back. All right, let that drop into neutral. Remember, neutral still has some curve here in the low back. That is how our bones are put together. All right, we're gonna move that in circles now, taking it front, right, back, and left, front, right, back, and left. One more time, front, right, back, and left. Other direction, let's go left, back, right, and front, left, back, right, front, left, back, right, and front. Okay, and let's straighten that up. I'm going to keep doing this one from this side and see as well. You can bring one hand to your sternum, right? So feel where the fingers are touching your chest. You're going to try and push your chest into your fingers. So it's like you want to move this hand forwards, but you want to use your chest to do it. Okay. And knees aren't like bent, but we're not like forcing them straight either. So there's a little softness here. Again, so long with ease. Okay. So draw the chest forwards and draw it back. I'm gonna let my arm rest by my side here. I feel like that's relaxing my shoulder better. Just out. Chest back. Good. And let's do this a few more times. So chest forwards. Again, kind of like cat-cow, but this time really focused on the rib cage. We're thinking more of there just being this straight horizontal line that we are moving our sternum along. Let's do that one more time. Yeah. Back. Great. Okay. And let's shake that out. Ooh. Feeling that morning hydration. Take a little sip here. Okay. So shoulders. Let's move just our right shoulder. Again, will be your mirror. All right, so we're going to take that right shoulder forwards, up, back, and down. Forwards, up, back, down. Forwards, up, back, down. Other direction, back, up, forwards, down, back, up, forwards, down. One more time. Okay, and other shoulder. What do we got? Front. We did front first. Up, back, and down. Forwards, up, back, down. One more time. Forwards, up, back, and down. Other direction. Back, up, forwards, and down. Back, up, forwards, down. One more time. Up and front. And down. Good. All right, so now instead of kind of circles going in this direction, we're gonna think out and in. Okay, and I'm gonna try and, you kind of see my shoulder blades. Can I scooch back? And you can, oh yeah, you can kind of see me here. I'm gonna stay in my light though. Okay. Yeah. All right, so imagine where your right shoulder blade is against your ribs here, okay? And that's going to be moving in this kind of circle. So let's take the right shoulder blade down, pull it into the spine, up to the shoulder, and out away, and down. In, up, and out, down. In, up, and out. One more time, down, in, and out. All right, and let's do the other direction. Out, up, in, and down. Try not to wiggle the rib cage, like I just noticed I was doing. Out, up, in, and down. One more time. Out, up, in, and down. Good. And shake that up. But these things don't need to be perfect to be worth doing. Okay, left arm out to the side, and my arm is slightly in front of my body here. Just more comfortable, more ease right here, okay? So let's take that left shoulder blade down, in towards the spine, up to the ear, out and away, down, in, up and out, down, in, up and out, other direction, out, up, in and down, out, up, in and down, out, up, in and down. Okay. Ooh, shake that out. Okay, so let's move on up to our head. So just swiveling side to side, a pace that feels good to you. Okay, and then up and down. Okay, so to tilt side to side, let's put our hands on our shoulders to remind them it's morning. To remind them not to move. Yeah, so head tilts side to side. All right, and then half or full circles. Let's go 3 in each direction. Or if you're just doing a half, it'll be more than that. Other direction. I think that was 3. I might do one more. Okay. Let's clasp the hands on top of the head one more time. Just to lengthen up. Maybe even shrug the shoulders up here for a moment. Or even lift up onto your toes. And then drop the heels. Drop the shoulders. To keep lifting through the head. And let the arms come down. Okay, so come on up to the top of your mat. Okay. All right. So from the top of our mat, let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. From that forward fold to a downward dog. Let's take some nice deep breaths in this first downward dog of our practice. Maybe set those feet wide. Bend to lift and lengthen some more. Then go a little straighter with the knees and a little closer together with the feet. All right, and then let's lower down to our belly. You can do that through plank if you want. Do that as a slow push-up down. Good. Or just get down on your belly in some way that suits you today. All right, let's inhale, lift up to locust pose. The pelvis presses down. Everything else lifts. Lower down. And let's press back up to downward dog. And walk or hop your feet forwards towards your hands. Inhale, come up to a long flat back. Knees bend as needed. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to lengthen, then stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right. From here, we'll come into tree pose. Just gonna let you pick a leg. We're gonna do both. So pick a leg. Just squeeze up towards your chest. And fold it out, pull it out to the side. Great. And squeeze that into your tree. And whatever you're gonna do with your arms, I encourage you to bring palms together at your heart first. I just like the centering feeling that I get from this. And then you can change the shape of your arms or just let them stay. If you like adding some challenge this morning, maybe try closing your eyes. All right, then eyes open. And like we did, I think it was on Wednesday. Good, if we tuned in Wednesday. All right, little detour with that leg on our way down. So first, lift it up to the side. It's gonna lift itself. Lengthen out. Ooh. Lift, lengthen. There we go, then come down. I needed a little do-over for that. All right, thank you, standing leg. Let's go into Vrikshasana on our other side. Side. And fold it in to your tree. All right, and then squeeze that knee up to the side. Stretch the leg out. Then bring it back down to the floor. All right, thank you, standing leg. Let's come back up to the top of your mat if you're not already. Okay. All right, so if you like to have props nearby, blocks, books, what have you, have those up by your feet. Okay, let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to floor or blocks. Step the left foot way back on your mat. Your right knee bends a lot. Good. All right, and hands on floor or blocks. Good. Come up onto your fingertips. Good. And stretch your chest forwards. You're going to look up and forwards. Good, but don't over crunch the back of your neck. Good. All right, and then bring the right hand to your right knee. Push down and twist. Reach the right arm up. Good. On the fingertips of that supporting hand if you can. Okay, if you need it flat, no problem. Bring the right hand down. Lower your back heel down. So your back leg will turn out about 45 degrees to allow that to happen. Arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. Good. And lower the hands down. Step the left foot forwards. And take the right leg back. All right. Chest lifts forwards. Hands to fingertips. And then left hand to left knee. Push down into the thigh twist. Reach the left arm up. Moving the left hand down. Spin your back heel down. And the foot might need to come a little forwards to get fully flat. That's no problem. Front knee stays really bent. The arms come up to Virabhadrasana 1. And that right glute, right butt cheek is energizing down to the outside of the right foot. And lower the hands down. Step your right foot forward to a forward fold. Let the head drop. Maybe your arms clasp in front of you, holding the elbows. Let the knees be soft. Kind of allow your upper body to hang forwards a bit longer. Maybe you take a little sway side to side. All right. And then from here, lying on your belly is your next objective. If you want to go from downward dog to plank, to do that you can. Scoot a little bit more to center. Here. Okay. Arms back along your side. Inhale, lift up to Shalabhasana, locust pose. Hands can clasp here if that gives more ease and lift to your shape. All right, and then from locust pose to Sphinx. So you're gonna keep the chest lifted, place the hands down, elbows under shoulders, or forearms down, not just hands. All right. You can keep this in Sphinx, or a little higher if you like, up to Cobra, or upward facing dog. And then gently lower back down. All right, ultimately downward dog is your next destination. If you're feeling like passing through a child's pose on your way to that downward dog, I'm feeling that in this moment, so I'm gonna take a few breaths here. You could hold longer in downward dog if you prefer. All right, so find that downward dog if you haven't yet. Walk or hop your feet forward. From that forward fold, inhale, long spine forwards. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to lengthen, then stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, turn to one side, step your feet nice and wide. Okay, going into some Warrior Two series. And this is going to end up in half moon pose at some point. So if that means that there's a prop that you want to have handy, also make sure you've got enough room off to your right. Okay, so I have to be quite over to my left here. All right, so from this wide stance, so aiming to have roughly one of your own leg lengths between the feet. Turn the right toes out all the way, left toes in a little bit. Warrior Two. And then turn the right palm up, reverse your warrior. Side bending to your left. All right, and then lean over to your right. If you have a prop, that hand can come down to that prop. Left foot steps in. Hand reaches out. Your hand can be on the floor if you prefer. Okay. And left leg lifts up to hip height, making a big 90-degree angle with the legs. Good. If you don't have a block, you could use, maybe a chair. I've got this weight rack out in front of me here. This is a great way to also help me balance. Maybe the left arm extends up. Good. And you might add a quad stretch to this by bending your left leg and trying to grab that left foot. If you do get a hold of your foot, try and keep it more behind you than floating up to the ceiling. So it's more here. So I can, in my little shadow here on the wall, I can't really see my left leg because it's hiding behind the left hip. All right, a couple more breaths here for the end of this. If you want, you can try bringing your right thumb to heart center. That often requires a little more bend in that standing leg. And let's step that back to warrior two. Boom. Okay. We're taking this now to triangle. So bring that prop back if you want. Straighten the right leg. Lean the hips left, upper body right. Right hand comes down. It might be to your prop. It might be to somewhere on your right leg. Shoulder blades broad against the back. Chest broad in front. Okay, let's take that to side angle pose. So bringing that left arm close to your face here. And again, your hand might stay on your prop, or you might find more ease with your right forearm on your right thigh. Inhale, come up to warrior two. And switch sides. Okay. If the spacing of your practice area requires a little shuffle to your right, make sure you've got space for that half moon to happen. All right, warrior two. I could be a little, there we go, wider with my feet. So I was noticing that my feet were too close and my knee was going way past my heel. So that tells me I need to take my stance a little bigger. Turn the left palm up, side bend to your right. And then on over to Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand down, right foot in, left arm forwards, right leg lifts. Good. Actively pushing away into both legs. So even though your right leg is not on the floor, it's not on vacation either. Reach the right arm up. Maybe you grab a hold of the right foot. Right, couple more breaths here. Maybe that left hand. Ooh, I might fall out of this, but I'm going to try anyway. Comes to heart center. Yeah, that's tougher on this side. Okay, warrior two. It happened in a way. All right, and then into Trikonasana. 2 legs straighten. Hips go right, upper body left. Left arm down, right arm up. And bend the left knee. Side angle pose, Parsva Konasana. Now come up to Warrior 2. Straighten both legs. Bring the feet parallel. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge forwards. Hands can come to the floor or your prop. Option to add a shoulder stretch. So keep these quad muscles firmly pulling the kneecaps up. Interlace the fingers. And first, just reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. If it is easy to straighten your elbows there, then maybe they start to come away from your back. If it's hard to get the arms straight, but you're digging that shoulder stretch, then just keep the fingers pointing up to the ceiling. Bring the hands to your hips. Bend your knees a little bit. Inhale, lengthen the spine forwards. Then stand all the way up. Walk those feet back in. All right, so let's, what time is it? Oh, yeah, it's getting to be that time of coming down to sitting. You don't have to sun salutation down, you can just sit. So let's begin in butterfly for our seated series. Soles of feet come together. Right, and you either lengthen the spine upwards or upwards, then forwards. Inhale to come up. Good. All right, and let's come to a crisscross seat. Right shin in front of the left. All right, and then take the left arm over the right into eagle arms. All right. So if it's hard to get that top elbow past the bottom elbow, maybe just keep the arms straight. That's often a better way to focus on that upper back opening that we're going for. Okay, so that might look like this. Good. Or if it's available to you, clasp those forearms. Or yeah, kind of entwine here. But don't let this become all about the wrists. right, untangle. Stretch the arms up and forward fold. All right, walk yourself back up. Switch the cross of the legs. Your other shin is in front. So left shin if you're mirroring me. And then the right elbow is on top for your, so kind of either making this 90-degree angle shape there or your eagle arms. Untwine and lengthen up, fold forwards. And walk yourself back up. All right, stretch the legs out in front of you. You can do this facing sideways to you. All right, so bend your right leg. Step the right foot over the left. Your left leg can either stay extended long, okay, if you feel most grounded there, or you can fold the left leg in. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist to your right. Right arm comes down to the floor behind you as a kickstand. Left arm is pushing back into the right to deepen the twist. And take a counter twist to your left, so we're not switching our legs yet. We're just turning this way for a moment. And then face forwards. All right, 2 legs out. The left bends in. Left foot steps over the right. The right leg either doesn't change or it folds in. It's yoga either way. Most important, just nicely, easily have 2 sits bones down here. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Unwind, counter twist to your right. And face forwards. Let's take 2 legs out wide. Bring the arms up. It's just to kind of help us encourage length as we begin this forward fold. And then you're going to bring the hands down and let it slide out some more. If you do have a prop that your head could rest on this morning, we could go a little more restorative with this shape by letting your forehead come down onto that prop. So if you're using a book or something that's not so comfy to put your head on, you might put a towel or blanket over it. This could also be maybe a chair, a stack of couch cushions. There's all kinds of ways one can improvise one's yoga props in the home. Walk yourself back in from that forward fold. Okay. All right, so now that fold's going to angle to one leg and then the other. So you might use a prop to do that. If you are using a prop, just set it around the foot to start, but we're first going to interlace the fingers. Flip the palms up, straighten the arms. Okay, and we're just going to lift up a little more, rotate towards the right leg, and fold forwards. And as you fold, the hands unclasp. They can grab a hold of your prop or anywhere on that leg. Inhale to come up. Okay, and let's move over to our other side. Interlace fingers. Try and do the hand in front that feels a little bit weird this time. Well, that's not what you did the first time. Palms up, arms straighten. Lift up a little more. Turn to your left. Unclasp and reach as you fold forwards. Inhale to come up. All right, we'll pick those legs up. All right, next we're gonna lie down on our back. Once you're down on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Okay, move the knees around in little circles. And circle the other direction. All right, and open the legs up, knees apart, heels up towards the ceiling, knees bent to about 90 degrees. Good, and then wherever you can easily grab a hold of the legs to pull the knees out and down even more. Into happy baby. Pull the knees back together and into your chest. Hips take a little scoot to your left, knees drop to your right. To twist, head and chest turn to your left, away from the knees. Unwind out of the twist. Switch sides, hips take a little shift to your right, knees drop to your left, and twist. Unwind out of your twist. Recenter the hips with the shoulders. Plant the feet. Set up your bridge pose. Arms by your side. Lift and arch your back away from the floor. And gently come down. All right, so either put your right ankle on the left thigh for a figure four, okay, or you can fully cross knee over knee. So either shape, whatever you choose, you're gonna pull that in towards your chest. right, and switch sides. Ideally, whatever you did on the first side, repeat on the second. Untangle the legs, bring the knees side by side, fold them into your chest. Arms along your side, legs extend up. Squeeze the belly to press that low back into the floor. Slowly lower the legs all the way down. Bend the knees more if your low back is starting to arch and you're not able to keep it on the floor. And you're going to bring the feet closer to you. And once the legs touch down, stretch out into your Shavasana. Okay. So if that's lying stretched out on your back, if that feels good to you, use that. Often having a blanket or pillow under the knees can feel really nice on the back, or you can have the knees bent, feet flat. I'm feeling like being under a blanket for my Shavasana today. So just kind of, check in with what will give your body the most ease to just allow you to be here. Back to your breath. Stretch your arms up overhead. Roll over onto one side. And from your side, use both hands to push yourself up to sitting. Palms together at your heart. Let's close our practice by chanting one Om all together. First exhale fully. And a deep inhale. Thank you so much for joining in. Namaste. Hope you're staying well, staying healthy. Hope you have a good weekend. And we'll be back doing this again next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. Take care.